Exercise, and I'm just going to pass it on over to you. Take it away, Lucy.
Fabulous. So my name is Lucy Rex. I am a fitness instructor and yoga teacher here in Vancouver, BC. And I'm going to run you guys through a quick and easy, 10 to 15 minute yoga and strength training condition workout. So I'm so excited to kind of be a part of this arena because in the near future I'll be facilitating some of the classes here, and this is a strength and stretching class that is really going to allow you to connect with your body, maybe in a way that you haven't done so before.
Okay.
And it's incorporating a lot of strength training and conditioning, as well as body weight training and yoga asanas to allow you to strengthen, to build, to recover, to nurture, and just give your body some time. Because I think we all need that. You know, our bodies are a vessel for us to move through this world in a way that you can create a lot of balance when you connect with your body and you connect with how it moves and how it functions. And
Exactly.
I really want to share that experience with everyone. So I'm so happy that I could be here.
And just in case you guys are wondering as well, the reason why I look like this is because these two ladies thought that they were going to outdress me, and I'm just like, not happening. Not fucking happening. So I ended up wearing something, and honestly, guys, I can't even touch my toes, but that's okay. I don't need to. I have a money suit on. So that's the only thing that matters at this point. But what we are going to do is we're going to let our lovely Lucy take over. And I hope you guys enjoy the experience because I'm going to be fucked up for the entire duration. So you guys will have something to laugh at. And it's great because I'll laugh with you. And keep on going and checking us out for more lovely, fun content. Follow Lucy if you haven't followed her. Follow us. I don't know where we're streaming. Our creative director's got a whole bunch of stuff going on back there. But I think we're streaming somewhere. Probably one place, maybe two. I don't know. But check us out. Lucy, take it over.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you, everyone, especially if you're joining us live right now. I'm going to walk you through a nice and easy. Feel free to join us if you have a mat at home. We are going to do a nice and easy strength and yoga set over here. So we're just going to start off at the back of our mats. And Craig, thank you so much for looking so fabulous today. So just stretching our feet out, and my whole purpose with this class and with sharing my experience here is to find that kind of connection with your body and allow yourself space and time to just move. Movement is so very important, and what we're going to start doing is we're going to start connecting with our breath, right? Because our breath is so very important in any movement pattern. So we're just going to be breathing in, nice deep breath, breathing in, and then exhaling. Nice and relaxed, just really feeling every aspect of our body, every limb, every muscle. One more time, we're breathing in, nice and deep. Inhaling, holding that for 3 seconds, and then exhaling. Wonderful. In the morning, I don't know about you guys, but it's so important that I start moving my spine. The spine is such a huge part of our bodies that allows us to actively move through the day in a strong form. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be leaning inward, and you guys can watch me at first. We're leaning inward as we exhale, and then
I told you.
You're doing great, Craig. You're doing great.
As we come back up. As far as you can reach, Craig, you can keep your legs straight. Once again, exhaling, breathing out, and then inhaling. As we lengthen our spine one more time. Beautiful. We're going to do one more time for the body, for the mind, and for the spirit. So one more time. Exhaling. And then inhaling. As we come back up. Well done, guys. Beautiful. How did that feel?
It felt really good. I'm really tight, and I appreciate the spine work because I do wake up pretty tight in my spine.
Truly. One thing that I always recommend is as soon as you wake up in bed, a lot of us, what do we end up doing? We like go to our phones, we're like checking the alarm clock or turning it off. But to have a little bit of a stretch in your bed as soon as you wake up, it's going to make a huge difference in the rest of your day, especially when you're just activating that spine and those muscles in the body as well. So now we're going to move into a standing up position. Craig, maybe this will be a little easier for you over here. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to turn to the side just to show you guys really quickly. We're going to do forward folds. So once again, truly activating the spinal cords, and we're going down, dropping, and then all the way down, touching the floor, and then we're gonna roll our spines vertebrae by vertebrae all the way back up. Roll it up, baby. Roll it up. And then shoulders come back. You're gonna round those shoulders. Beautiful. Really well done. One more time. Okay, we're folding in.
Just so you guys know, I have no clue what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of doing whatever.
You know, Craig, you're doing really well,
You're
actually.
doing great. You're following the instructions.
And then rolling the spine, okay? Vertebrae by vertebrae, coming back up. You got it. Rolling those shoulders back and then down.
I don't know what I'm doing with my
You're
hands.
doing great.
Let me show you one more
Nothing.
time, okay? So we're rolling down, really activating that vertebrae, those spinal cords, down into the ground, and then back up. Exhaling and rolling those shoulders back. How's that for you guys to start?
That is excellent.
Not too
Yeah.
bad, right?
I feel like I need to go to the hospital now. Thanks, guys.
We're just getting activated over here. So what we're doing is we're warming up.
Okay.
And the next motion that we're going to be doing, it's called a windmill. So this is a nice one where it really allows you to stretch your cord as well. And we're going to be arms out as if you were like a windmill. And we're going to be going down, touching our toes, arms straight up, just as far as you can go, breathing at the same time. Back straight up. Beautiful. You guys are looking good. One more time. Other side. Yes. Breathing.
Just so you guys know as well, the only reason why I'm doing this is because our creative director had mentioned that he doesn't want to do a podcast, and he is going to do it at this point. So this is kind of like the only reason why I'm doing this.
You're doing it because you're a good sport, Craig.
You're a great sport.
Great sport.
And I feel like you're really going to enjoy the benefits of these slight but easy movements. Because this is what allows you to just start your body off on the right foot every day.
And you actually do this, you come to people's homes and you will train them at home, right?
That's right.
Okay.
So I do teach privately as well.
Which is awesome.
In incorporation with running a fitness facility. It's just been a great addition to being able to share the benefits and the experience that I've learned over the years. And to me, yoga, it truly has been a transformational experience where it allows you, once again, that connection with your body. Let's do just a few more of those, guys. So we're going to be standing facing this way, Craig, when you're ready. And we're just going to stretch the shoulders a little bit. We're going to activate the shoulders. So we've done the legs, we've done the core, we've hit the spinal cord. We're going to be lifting our arms. This is going to be a press and rotation movement. So we're going down, and then we're going to rotate. Wonderful, Craig. I feel like you already knew what you were going to do there.
Anticipation.
Right. And then press one more time. Beautiful. Up, down, and then rotating. So really, once again, just activating that core. And when you really focus on your breathing with these, you're going to feel the benefits, because it really allows you to just connect with your body. And once again, breathing is so very important with these. As you can see, they're not very hard or challenging strength training movements, but they allow you to stretch and connect with your body and your breath at the same time. Beautiful. Hey, Craig, what's going on?
What's going on, homie?
Fabulous. So yeah, a joy for me is really being able to share the benefits of yoga.
I thought you were going to say the joy for you is to see this money suit.
That as well. That as well. One more time. Up, down, and rotate. Really trying to keep the pelvis straight with this one. Back to the center. Beautiful. Well done. How is that for you, Craig?
Terrible. I mean, I have to be honest.
It might feel that way at first, especially if you're just kind of getting in the motion.
It felt great
of
for me
things.
personally.
It's not a turntable. It's not a stock chart. I don't like it.
So let's work on it a little bit more then. We'll see how you feel at the end of the session. Next one over here, guys. This is going to incorporate a little bit more strength, especially with your lower body muscles.
Okay.
So what we're going to be doing is we're going to go, and you can watch me at first. We're going to be going into a forward lunge, okay? Just over here, and then we're rotating our pelvis so that we're twisting to the opposite direction and then going back. So make sure that your step is not too far ahead, where we're just taking a nice step forward, rotating. Beautiful. And then back to the center. One more time. Excellent. Step forward.
Was this
Rotating.
something you ever did as like a child? Were you like into yoga or like athletic sort of behavior? Was that kind of your jam all along?
Fitness and activity has always been a huge part of my life. I recall when I was younger, for example, my dad, he used to make us run around the school court
Wow.
for fitness. And I felt like it was torture at the time, but I feel like it's also one of the things that really instilled that that willingness and that joy in being active and moving your body in me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always an athlete growing up. I played almost every sport under the sun. Well done, guys. You can relax your body, shake
Okay.
it off a little bit. Good job, Craig. I've incorporated that into my life kind of moving forward, is that I always loved being active. I always loved movement. And it came to a place where I wanted to share that with others as well.
Mm-hmm.
So to be in this position where I could do personal training and yoga instructing at the same time, it's just been a beautiful combination of things that have kind of brought me up and made me feel more
Yeah.
wholesome,
Oh, 100%. Anything wholesome is good for the soul.
Truly.
Yeah.
How did that feel, guys?
I feel okay. I feel like I need to do it maybe 100 or 200 more times
Right?
to be able to get better. Because, I mean, I believe with anything, consistency and repetition, right?
Truly.
But, for me, honestly, I just was just like, I'm going to, this is not my thing. I do a lot of more Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I'm more into like the combat sports than the yoga, so I'm not very flexible. So for me, this is, and of course this doesn't help, and I totally recognize that, but again, what was the breaking point for you? Like when you transition from, because there was, of course, you got to start there's always a day one with everything. Mm-hmm. From day one to day whatever, where you actually broke into, you're like, wow, this is really for me. Like what was, can you just immerse me into that? Can you just maybe share a little bit about that?
Yeah. So for me, being an athlete as a younger child and kind of having that background, activity came easy for me. Mm-hmm. But what really was the reward for me, and truly one of the most fulfilling things in my life, was being able to establish a relationship with my body.
Yeah, totally.
That I didn't know was possible before.
Let's talk about that later, okay? I want to bring that up about the connection to our mind and body.
Truly important. Truly important. And it's been
Oh yeah, this one's tough for me because I did the gym the other day and it's like, ow, mama.
One thing that I feel is so very important, especially when we are very active beings, is really valuing and prioritizing recovery at the same time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that you can go to the gym 5 days a week. You can train 5 days a week.
Yeah.
But what are you doing for your recovery? Because the truth of the matter is you're not going to see those results. You're not going to see that muscle growth if you don't prioritize recovery at the same time.
Do you think that's why I was so hungry yesterday? Like I ate everything like that, like was even within my vicinity. I ate it. I ate it all. And I was wondering, I haven't eaten that much in a long time and my muscles are so sore. Do you think I was like doing some muscle building or something?
It's natural. It's natural for the body to require more nutrients
Oh
when
gosh.
you're more active and when you're exerting more energy at the same time. So absolutely, just
Okay.
be mindful of what you're eating.
Yeah, yeah. I was eating some Vietnamese noodles and some chicken, and it was like
Right.
it was relative, and some salad and stuff. It was pretty healthy, but it was pretty like intense. Like I was starving
You
all
were
day.
feeling it for
Yeah,
sure.
and then it wasn't until because I'm not really great with the mind body connection, and so it wasn't until I was laying in bed I was like, oh, I think I was growing muscles. You know?
That, Amanda, is exactly what it was.
Okay.
I feel like I'm growing muscles in this moment right now. I'm just sitting like this.
Okay. Okay, what do we got next, Lucy?
Beautiful. We are going to move the spinal cord just a little bit more. So we are going to go into some cat-cows with this one, okay? So we're on all fours. We've got our knees under our hips, our arms under our shoulders.
Let's make
and what
sure
we're
my
gonna
boobs
do,
stay in this little bra here.
we're going to be going up,
Are they? They're in there. Yeah, we're good.
exhaling, and then down at the same time. Beautiful. So we're just curving our spinal cords
What
in there,
kind of
Craig.
people
We're going
make
to be
this
tucking
yoga
this in.
outfit? Like-
Beautiful. There you go.
This is
And
I
then-
can't take this
this bra
serious.
can't be for yoga
And then back at the
because
same
like my
time.
boobies don't want
So
to
round
stay
your
in
head
it.
up. Beautiful.
Stay in there.
It is a beautiful color, though.
Stay in there.
Like, great, awesome.
Oh,
I
God.
think if I
Back
talk to
forward.
them, they'll listen.
What are you laughing at, Lucho?
Stay in.
Wonderful. Let's do that 2 more times, guys. We're just gonna curve.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just standing here like this.
Oh,
and
I'm
I don't
doing
even
it.
feel anything.
I'm doing it. I'm
Truthfully,
just questioning who made this
I don't
yoga
think your
bra.
suit allows you to do much, but curving in.
Oh, Lucy's
okay,
trying to break me.
And then exhaling as you tuck your. There you go, breathing. out. Beautiful. Well done. Well done, guys. So
I think Lucho's crying over there. I can see him.
these are, as you can see, they're all easy body weight movements that we can all incorporate into our workouts, into our morning stretches, just to
Is
help
it okay
us.
to arch your back like this?
Absolutely. What
Okay.
we want to avoid is arching it too much that it puts more pressure on the lower back.
Okay.
Right? So what you're doing right now is perfect. And then when you're going in, beautiful. So check it out, Craig. Just like that. She's exhaling as she goes up.
It's almost like a cat.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's called. It's called a cat-cow
Oh,
in yoga.
pretty sure you said that already, but I was too busy laughing,
Wonderful.
so I completely missed that.
Okay, I
Beautiful.
like that one. I feel like that's really
I don't
good.
like that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I like
I don't
that
like
one.
any of them, actually.
Maybe not in that suit, but let's try again maybe. What
I
you're
feel
wearing.
like yoga is one of those things that, you know, it's initially difficult, but then the benefits that you have throughout the longevity of your entire life, if you maintain it, I feel like it just really adds to your whole being, right? Like your soul.
I
Like soul
agree.
food.
It is like soul food, and I feel like that's why I've even come across many people that have truly communicated yoga has altered their lives. And
Yeah.
so has it to me in the way that this ability to connect with your body and to build that kind of relationship, to have that internal dialogue is so huge. Because
Yeah.
a lot of us, we go through life not listening to our body. When do we need to sleep? When do we need to rest? When are we hungry?
Yeah.
Right? How often do we pay attention to those signals that our body is telling us or communicating to us?
Was that something that was really intuitive for you to be connected to from your mind to your body? Because I know for me it wasn't, and I'm not sure if it's an autistic thing, Craig.
Probably
or,
is.
or not. But it's been a really slow process for me. Like I think probably in the last 2 years, I was like, oh, I'm attached. My mind's attached to my body. Like it was a slow process. And what about for you?
It's not foreign to a lot of people.
Okay.
Because, like I was saying, a lot of us, we move through life and we don't establish that relationship.
Right.
And until you do, I feel like life almost become more fulfilling in a way that you're like, okay, now I have this relationship where I understand what my body is communicating to me.
Right. Right.
And it's not just the, the hunger. It's not just the tiredness, but it's also the stress that we experience.
Yeah.
And how we're able to kind of move that through our energy systems.
And like danger and things like that.
Danger, completely. We
You
all
know?
have that intuition
Yeah.
within us.
Okay.
And you don't have to be psychic. You don't have to be extremely intuitive to receive that.
Yeah.
But it requires you to listen to your body a little bit
Right,
more.
right. And I feel like this is kind of, I'm a slow learner, and I feel like that's kind of where I'm starting to get in my life right now, is I'm starting to listen to my body, and it's telling me like, no, don't go there, or these people don't feel right. Like even just in relationships, my body seems to be a receptor for everything. I'm kind of blown away by it.
And often we call it that gut instinct.
Yes.
Right.
Right? When
Yes.
you're like,
Right.
my
Yes.
gut, like there's something that doesn't feel right about that. That's your gut. That's your body communicating to you. Because your body and your connections are so intertwined.
Yeah, yeah.
And once we're able to allow ourselves to listen and make that connection, I think it really enhances life in a way that it's hard to explain until you're able to experience it truly.
So what would you say as far as, you know, like what would be a way for somebody who, say, similar to me, who has had a really hard time listening to their body? Would there be some sort of telltale signs that you would say, like, hey, you should maybe consider this? Like health, like if you're like maybe coming up with some health problems. For me, I'm realizing migraines are a big one.
Are they?
Yeah. So I'll be in a stressful situation that maybe I shouldn't be in, and then I have a migraine after. So that's one of my things that I'm starting to put the connection together. But is there other ones for you that you could kind of recommend for other people?
I feel like it can be so different for everyone in how our body reacts to these emotions and processing emotions. I truly believe in something called the pies philosophy.
Okay.
And to me, pies, it's not like a pie that you eat, Craig. Don't get too excited, okay?
My stomach was getting, you guys were getting me a little bit excited there for a minute, for sure.
Not that kind of pie.
Okay.
But pie stands for physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual.
Okay.
And my philosophy, when it comes to yoga and many different aspects of my life, is to make sure that we dedicate that time towards our physical self.
Right.
So that's movement. That's being
Right.
active every day. Our intellectual self. So that's feeding our mind, nurturing our minds.
Right.
You know, reading, knowledge of that sort.
Personally, I'm not going to lie. I'm thinking about vanilla ice cream right now.
Nope. not
Because
me.
you started talking
Pie?
about pie, so it's like,
Pie.
okay,
It is a
ice
good combination.
cream, like,
I'm feeling like the intellectual side. So it goes intellectual and then
Intellectual,
the emotional.
Emotional.
Okay.
Right? In the sense that you want to allow yourself to express your emotions, and whether
Right.
that's through art, through creativity, whatever the case may be. I
Right.
feel like it's important to dedicate time in each of our days towards the physical, the intellectual, the emotional, and the last part of it. What would you guys guess that would be? S.
Oh, geez.
Could you take a guess?
The first thing that comes to mind is systems, but I have no idea.
Spiritual.
Spiritual. Okay.
Our spiritual selves, and
Okay.
whatever that looks like to you.
I was
Right.
thinking strawberries.
Craig is on
I'm
a
sorry,
food
I
tip
am
right
just
now.
completely,
You're
like,
great.
Amanda's just taken this whole thing, guys. Like, today, I am just completely on another level. I don't even know why.
He
I don't
wants-
even know why the hell I even agreed to this.
Because you're great, Craig. You're great. You're a good sport, and you're a part of the team. And this is a team endeavor here.
But this is the cool thing, guys, here is that you see, like, even being in an uncomfortable situation, you know, for me, I that's how I thrive. That's my adrenaline. That's my hunger. That's my determination. And it's real cool having, you know, Amanda as a partner on this journey of the podcast, because I feel she really just, me and her are really connected in the autistic sort of aspect, and I feel that's, you know, it's mental health is really a true thing, right? And I feel that we don't recognize and appreciate it enough. So, you know, I just want to give a big shout out to my co-host and Lucy as well. I'm so grateful to have, you know, all these wonderful souls on this journey. But guys, the biggest key difference here is just really get uncomfortable. You know, really
Yeah.
get uncomfortable. Like, and this is me uncomfortable to the most. I mean, I don't do yoga. I dressed in a fucking money suit right? Like, I mean, come on. Guys, throw yourself out there. You know, make impact. Do what you want to do. You know, be who you are. And, you know, if people aren't meant to be there, they just naturally aren't. Your tribe's out there. Find them.
Right.
They're there. And I think we can all agree as well, out of your comfort zone is where all the magic happens.
Oh boy, I have been out. I totally agree. And I have been out of my comfort zone to the point of just, I am like questioning everything, myself, my sanity, like my life, everything. I'm out of the comfort zone. So I'm about ready to come home now. You know, I'm ready. I feel like I've experienced the out of the comfort zone. I know it's always going to be an ebb and flow, but I'm ready to get back into the flow and not so much in the ebb. And what about you, Lucy? Has there been like, you know, some challenging times in your life that you know, maybe brought you to this where you're like, okay, I really need to find some serenity here?
Definitely. I think yoga in general has offered me that, in the sense that we all have a story, right?
Right.
We all have challenges that we've experienced, becoming who we are growing up. And to me, one of the things that I've always believed in is you can't let your past define you,
Yeah.
right? But your past should allow you a gateway to make you more of who you need to be in this world.
Right.
And allow you to show up in this world in a way that is unique to you.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a beautiful thing that yoga is such an individual experience for everyone, even though we might be doing the same postures and the same asanas and the same movements. It truly is an individual experience internally, and it allows us to connect with our body and our mind and our spirit in a unique way that allows us a space for just self-care and self-love and dedication to our bodies, you know, and honoring it in a way that is it's special.
Yeah.
You know,
And
it's
where
special.
can people connect with you? Speaking of connection, so they can follow you on your Instagram.
I'm on Instagram.
And then is there another studio that is your kind of home base, or is Instagram, your personal Instagram, is that kind of the best way to connect with you?
So I do have my Instagram, which I would love a follow if you guys can. It's Vegetarian Trainer on Instagram. Thank you. And I also teach private clients. So a lot of it is one-on-one. I'm looking on doing more classes.
Right.
So facilitating more classes in the Gastown area and the West End area as well.
Okay.
And then I also facilitate classes at the gym that I manage, which is the Anytime Fitness in the West End.
Anytime Fitness.
Anytime Fitness, yes.
Okay.
So if anyone would like to connect, you can find me on Instagram at Vegetarian Trainer, or reach out to me at vegetariantrainer@gmail.com.
Okay.
Is my direct contact.
Okay, that's really good to know, because I feel like, you know, I'm really lucky. I have a friend who, you know, lives close to me, and she does yoga, and she's been really willing to like come to my house and facilitate classes. Is that something that you're also, you know, willing to do if, say, there was somebody who has a gym, like a home gym? Would you be able to kind of show up there and do like a small group setting in someone's home, say in like West Van, whether, you know, they typically do have a lot of home gyms?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's great.
Absolutely. Something I'm definitely open to. Most of my clients are private, so we do a lot of one-on-one sessions.
Okay.
But I am open to group sessions as well, where it could be a family or a couple that want to kind of share the benefits of yoga and training is also. So absolutely, definitely something that.
The reason I ask that is just because I always like to do things in a group, just because my willingness to go so far just on my own is pretty limited. But
Teamwork.
yeah, I'm more of a
Makes the
team.
dream work, right?
I'm more of a team player. So if there's somebody else, if I've told everybody and we have a set and a setting and we're all gonna go, then I will show up. But I find if it's just for me, sometimes it can be a little bit challenging.
It can be. It really can be. And I feel like that group atmosphere helps with that motivation.
Yeah.
Right? Because everyone's kind of vibing off each other's energy. And it's something that makes it feel like, yeah, we're in this together, you know, we're dedicating time to our health and our fitness and our wellness together, and it makes it feel that much more rewarding. So I can completely understand that for sure.
Okay, well, is there any other little moves that you want to kind of walk us through at this point?
There is one more.
Okay, let's see
so
it.
for this one, we do need a stand.
Okay.
Okay. And we're standing in this one. Okay, so how we're going to go about this one you may have never experienced before, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be spreading our arms out like this. Okay?
Okay.
Got it, Craig? Just like this. Awesome. We're going to go this way. Bring it back around. And
Is this like,
way.
oh, is this
And
like
then
a dance?
basically, you're just going like this.
Isn't this like that dance?
Wow. She actually just made me dance. Live.
Okay. I feel like I've seen my kid do
I
this.
thought I embarrassed myself enough, but you just took it to the next level.
Is this what we're doing?
Lucy,
You're so
thank you.
welcome.
Okay, I like this one.
Wow.
Oh,
You killed it.
I love it. I love it. I
Amazing.
love it. Okay, but we're not done with you yet there. You know, let's have a little seat on our mat and then like we can get a little bit personal. I like the dance move.
Absolutely.
I like the
Jeez.
dance move.
I thought I really took it to the top.
You
but
thought
yes.
you were
Most
done.
challenging one
Yeah,
yet,
that was
wasn't
great.
it?
That was perfect.
So, Lucy, did you grow up here in Vancouver?
I was born in Africa, Uganda.
Wow.
Yeah,
Amazing.
And I came here at the age of 3
Okay.
with my family. We came actually under refugee status. So
Incredible.
at the time, back in 96, 97, there was a lot of civil war going on in Uganda. There
Yeah.
was a lot of, we were displaced for about 10 months. And the government of Canada actually brought us here under refugee status. And
Wow.
and we stayed in Calgary for a few years, and then I relocated to Vancouver when I was 19.
Wow, that's really incredible. And your family, your parents, how was that for them? Because, you know, was it just you? Are you an only child?
I was not. I have a big family, so
Wow.
there's 6 kids in the family.
Oh, my
Yeah,
goodness.
we have a big family, and I love it.
Yeah.
But I feel like for my parents, it was more of a challenging experience because, as you could imagine, as a child, change is always exciting to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember like coming to a store in Canada and seeing all these like candies and all these like shelves just fully stocked, something I've never experienced back in Africa. So
Right.
it was an exciting adjustment for me where
Mhm.
there was a lot more probably concern with my parents in terms of it's such a huge cultural change.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
huge societal change for them
Yeah.
to bring their kids into this environment that is very foreign to them
Right.
and to try to reestablish a life outside of what they know.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. And
Wow.
just, yeah, the diversity of just moving from Africa to Canada. It's like, you know, how do you even, I can't even wrap my head around how different that would be, you know, from a hot, even just like the basics of a hot country to some places cold.
The coldest place in the world.
Yeah, that's what it would have
Literally
felt like.
Calgary.
Yeah. Oh, Calgary, of course. Like so
Yeah.
cold.
Right?
Oh my gosh, that sounds terrible.
It was a struggle for sure. To me, truthfully though, I always look at the opportunity that I've been blessed with
Yeah.
because I know for a fact I would not be the same person I am if I was still back there.
Yeah.
And not every family got that opportunity to
Right.
to move to a place where there's more structure, there's more peace. And I was lucky enough and blessed enough to have that opportunity with my whole family to come into an environment and a society where I really could nourish myself. I could focus on my education, and I can establish a life of more opportunity.
Right, right. And being a woman, like an African woman, like how was that for your mom to go from a place where maybe being a woman wasn't, you know, very empowering, and then to come into Canada and have the opportunities as a woman that we've been allowed here? You know, did she ever speak on that? Because it would have been so different.
Completely different. And lucky enough, I have such a strong motherhood figure in my life.
Oh, beautiful.
That she always, her only priority was just to make sure that we were provided for,
Yeah.
to make sure that we had everything that we need. And, you know, with moving into a different kind of society, there's, you can find a lot of foreign parents, they can be a lot more strict with the allowance that they give their children,
Yeah.
which I think was her just wanting to keep me safe and keep me protected in a way.
Yeah.
So it was a challenge for her, but lucky enough, I had that kind of figure in my life that just kind of motivated me to move towards my best self always.
Well, I feel like that's important because, you know, I think in Canada we have this less of an importance on family here, and we kind of, especially in a place like Vancouver, we're almost forced to find our own family. You know, for those of us who aren't from here. And it seems that, you know, coming from Africa to Canada, it seems like your mom really had this awareness that the importance of family and keeping you safe and together was just really imperative.
Truly.
Togetherness, yeah, for sure.
Togetherness and community is
Yeah.
so huge. And I feel like regardless of if it's the community that you were blessed to be born with or the community that you've established around you now,
Yeah.
community is such a huge part of what makes us who we are.
Right.
And I encourage anyone, especially, you know, in Vancouver, we kind of get this mentality that it's hard to find your tribe or it's hard to
Yeah.
make those kind of connections.
Yeah.
But I would only encourage somebody to really put themselves in a position where they can build on that community.
Vulnerability. I mean, that's really one word that would take that away is, you know, it took a lot of courage and vulnerability for me to show up today like this, right? But at the end of the day, you know, if you do this, all we are essentially is really just creating a prison, our own prison in our own mind.
Yeah.
And if we break free of the prison, it's amazing what's outside.
Truly.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Because I have, you know, been within my own prison for a while. Hasn't been too fun. So I feel like the community coming and finding, you know, more like-minded people, more people like Craig and myself who are autistic, and then other people like you, Lucy and Lucho, and just, you know, more of an extended family of people who have the compassion and the understanding that we're not all going to be the same, but we can all have, you know, the similar purpose, which is to help each other thrive.
The mission, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that's something that's really important, and we don't have to be similar. You know, I can be white, you can be black, you know, we can have like different colored skin, and we can just love each other, you know, wholly, because ultimately our end goal doesn't matter what we look like. It's just about, you know, making each other feel loved and supported. And I feel like your mom really provided that for you.
She did. She really did. And I've been blessed to have grown up in that environment. And my only hope is now that I'm in a different city, in a different space, is that I can create that same sense
Share.
of community that I
Share.
grew up with.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. And you are just such a beautiful soul. Like, honestly, when I first met you, I was like, oh, I love Lucy.
Well, actually, the first thing
really do. I love
mentioned
Lucy.
was, holy crap, this girl has style.
Yeah, well, you do. Like, Lucy is just honestly like the epitome of, you know, fashion. And I of course, being
Come on,
someone.
guys, who's the fashion here at
Okay,
this
well,
point?
This
you
guy
got
right
it.
here,
You got it
Craig.
You
today.
can't out-fashion me today.
No, we can't. But you know what? Beyond that, because, you know, we have these meat suits, like, you know, but deeper than the outside, it's about, you know, finding our tribe and finding, you know, the people who we align with and
Truly.
who we just genuinely want to support and love, and we want to see you thrive. And I want to see you be super successful and have a ton of, you know, clients and just sharing your gift with the world. So I'm really, really grateful, Lucy, that you made time for us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
We're so
you.
grateful.
Yeah.
We are so grateful.
And I'm just so glad that you were able to make time for us to come in and, you know, do a little bit of yoga with us. And is there something that we can close out? Like, how do you like to close out like a yoga?
I'm not dancing.
Yeah. Is
This
there a
will
way
not
that we
be
Not
can
happening.
dance. But I want to thank you guys for having me. One thing that I always love to close a lot of my sessions with is just taking time to really harness the energy, and you can call it Mother Earth, you can call it Gaia.
Yeah.
But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some salutations. So it does require us standing up again.
Okay, let's
Craig.
do that.
All right. And the
I'm proceeding with
salutation.
caution with this one.
Okay.
Once again, we're going to do one for the body. Absolutely, for the mind and for the spirit as well. So what we're doing is we're going to be coming down Okay, harnessing that energy from Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, up, turning our hands upward into the sky and the heavens, and then centering that energy within our bodies, just like that. So that was for the body. One more for the mind. We're going to be coming down, harnessing that energy, Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, up, the heavens and the sky, and then centering that for our mind. And just one more for our spirit. Coming down, holding and harnessing that energy up and to the center. Thank you, guys.
Amazing.
Thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Thanks,
Thank
guys,
you
for
so
tuning in.
much.
Please follow Lucy.
Yes. This
As
is
you can
Lucy
see,
Rett.
guys, she was born for this. You can typically see it in somebody's face. I believe that whatever's passionate for us to do, we do it, regardless of anything. It just becomes natural, and it's natural. We can see here for you. So, thank you again for sharing time and space. We appreciate you, and follow.
Yeah.
Follow.
So
Thank
give
you,
it guys
guys.
one last time. What is your Instagram for everybody to follow?
So you can follow me at Vegetarian Trainer, or message me if you're into one-on-one training or yoga sessions at vegetariantrainer.gmail.com, right?
Not happening. Not happening.
You guys have been lovely. Thank you so much. Such a joy.
Peace out, guys.
Such
Catch
a
you on the
joy.
next one.